Hello and welcome to the Profitable Brands podcast with me, Rebecca, owner of Sugar Branding Agency. We help beauty businesses harness the power of branding so they can grow their client base and earn more money. Hello and welcome to the most recent episode of the Profitable Brands podcast. I'm so happy to have you here. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how you can make sure that you're standing out as an educator and a trainer from the other educators and trainers in your industry. So how can you make sure that you're standing out from the vast array of people that are wanting to do the same thing as you? Now, as someone who's quite closely connected to the beauty industry, well, I'm not a beauty therapist myself. Obviously, the businesses that I work with with branding are in the beauty industry. And I have done for some years. So I'm in a really great position to observe the trends, listen to feedback, and really listen to what people are currently saying about the industry. And for me, it's been quite concerning. I have lots of friends and also clients who have taken a beauty course but finished it feeling confused or disappointed or unsure of what to do next, and it's happening way too often for my liking. And I think it's because students are being sold the dream that goes something like this. So the marketing for the courses tends to be, do you want to live a life on your own terms while making a lot of money? Let me teach you this new skill and you'll earn back the cost of the course with X number of clients. So it seems like a no-brainer. And it's providing amazing opportunities. But I'm sure you've seen this messaging before, or maybe it even sounds a little bit like you. And of course, like I said, there is so much potential in the beauty industry, but the reality is that if you've never run a business before, like many new beauty students haven't, then it's unlikely that you're going to simply take a course and then suddenly have a successful business. But it doesn't have to be that way for your students and your course or your academy. It doesn't need to get the same mediocre results as everyone else out there. You can actually wow your students and genuinely have a ton of success stories to share and avoid any negative word of mouth, which is so damaging. Academies and educators that support their students with key business skills alongside their main offering of like the beauty treatment that they're teaching are not only more likely to secure success in their students, but also stand apart from the saturated market, because obviously everyone is just, not everyone, that's not true. But too many people, too many trainers, too many educators are just in it for the money. And while some people may pick up on that from your marketing and from the lack of care that you seem to give, other people might unfortunately go for the course and then be left just feeling like, wow, I was sold this dream and now I just don't know how to actually make this business work. And I don't want that for your academy. I feel like if you're listening to this podcast, if you've been following me on Instagram, you're probably a lot like my other education partners and my clients, and you really do care about the success of your students and you care about your own brand and the success of your brand. So I hope that this podcast episode will give you some food for thought about how maybe you can start taking action to make sure that your students are getting the success that they deserve and making sure that you're offering the best offer and product and service in your education field that you possibly can. Because as a business owner trying to do that, you're going to see the best results when you're really giving the best service and the best product to your students. So how can you go about doing this? How can you make sure that you are really wowing your students and give them an amazing experience and educating them and giving them all the skills that they need to start going ahead in the world of business and actually making money from the skills that you've taught them? As a business owner yourself, you'll have experience in finding clients, marketing your business, managing finances, but you're only teaching from your own experience. And unlike the treatments that you offer training in, you might not be an expert in any of these other areas. So I've seen like a few educators and academies, which I think is amazing, offering like an add-on or an extra module to the course that teaches business skills or how to do social media and things like that, which is amazing. But the reality is that unlike, say, if you're offering lash training, you're probably an expert in lashing, but you're not an expert in these individual areas of business that are essential skills that are needed to grow a beauty business that your students need to know in order to get as much success as possible after working with you. I've been partnering with educators and academies for the past 4 years to share my expertise in branding with their students and help them improve the quality of their education. So their students benefit from being introduced to a brand expert with a lot of experience under her belt. So with me, I've designed for my clients' work has been featured in Vogue, partnered with MAC, Beauty Works, Remy Cachet. My clients have had collaborations with Nike, Upcircle, and I've been doing this for a long time now. I've even have a degree in business, so I am an expert in this specific field. And by partnering with me, my educators are able to offer this area of expertise and this skill set to their students without any extra work from themselves. They don't have to be an expert in branding. They don't have to be an expert in all of this stuff that I bring to the table. And they don't have any extra work to provide that to their students. So say if they didn't partner with me, you would need to be creating your own modules, your own workbooks, your own classes based around these topics. But by partnering together, my academy partners are able to offer this skill to their students without any extra work from themselves, which makes it so easy for them. And their students obviously benefit from knowing how to brand their business. They know how to create an aligned brand that's going to be magnetic for their ideal clients, how to communicate their unique selling point. The students are learning all of this, and that's really, really powerful. And then my actual partners, their course reputation skyrockets because they have been able to offer that industry connection. So people are going to say, oh my goodness, I did this amazing course, and they had a branding expert come in and teach us A, B, and C. It was really valuable, and this person's worked with so and so, and it's just such a good word of mouth marketing for my partners' courses. And they've also been able to support their students in growing their business, which is again a great it shows a lot about your course and the quality of your education and how much your course is worth financially if your students leave your course and are successful afterwards. It's amazing to have like a successful alumni and amazing feedback and actual results to show potential new students. It makes it so much easier to sell the course. And I've also noticed that the educators that have partnered with me genuinely care about their students and the life-changing results that they achieve together. So they're not just in it for the money, like many educators are. They actually really genuinely care about what they're doing and what they're teaching to their students. They want the best for their students, and I absolutely love that. I probably wouldn't work with anyone that was any other sort of way, because obviously in terms of my brand and my reputation, I want to only work with people that come with the same passion and the same reliability and the same trustworthiness and the same care that I give to my clients. So I think when my partners do offer this additional like bonus material, things that people aren't expecting, it really makes their students feel that they genuinely care about how successful they are going to be in business, and they're really fulfilling on that promise to that promise that they've made to their students. They'll be able to change their life after they've done this training, and the students can tell that they really care, and they've said that they feel supported by their trainer and that they now feel confident and excited to start growing their client base. And this is what it's all about, having happy students that are going to say amazing things about their experience of training with you. And once you've built up an amazing reputation with your students, you'll start to see the benefits of that all-important word-of-mouth marketing. Instead of your students leaving the course and saying, I didn't feel supported and I have no idea what I'm doing next, which is seriously off-putting for anyone else that might be considering taking a course with you, you'll find that instead they might say, I was so surprised at how much support I got, not only with learning the beauty treatments, but how to build a business as well. We even had a class with a branding expert, and that really helped me feel confident. And this sounds so much better, right? This is kind of what you need to achieve for your students in order to stand out from the crowd of people that just deliver just a training course and then leave it at that. It's sort of like you give them the skill and then you just say, there you go, you're off on your own, and they don't hear from you again. The great thing as well about partnering with someone else is that it kind of like offers, you get a helping hand with that ongoing support. So say with my education partners, their students might be messaging them about like their lash course or whatever course they've been doing, might be messaging them for questions about that, but they might also have business questions or branding questions, and my partners are able to kind of like offload some of that support to me, so they're not having to do it all, and they're able to give their students that ongoing connection, ongoing help that is really characteristic of an amazing educator. So with that being said, if you do want to stand out from the rest of the educators in your industry and go the extra mile for your students, I would absolutely love to partner with you. My partners have access to free guest expert sessions for myself. They offer discounts to their students for my services, my masterclasses, my DIY branding club, and they also can earn commission as well as a really great passive income source from our partnership. So if that sounds interesting to you, please drop me an email, DM me on Instagram, and I would be happy to have a chat with you. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to speaking with you next week.